All right, if you're a developer who's been working with Microsoft's bot framework, you need to hear this. A huge, and I mean non-negotiable, shift is happening right now, and it's about to completely change how you build conversational AI. Seriously, this is not just some minor update. It's a total overhaul, and the clock is officially ticking. So let's jump right into why you need to be paying attention, like right now.
So, why all the urgency? Well, look at these dates. They're not suggestions, they're hard deadlines, and they are coming up fast. By the end of 2025, official support for the classic bot framework SDK is just gone. And Lewis, which has been the AI brain for so many bots out there, is getting fully retired by March 2026. This makes migration a total necessity, not just a nice to have option.
Okay, so to really get a handle on where we're going, we first have to take a quick look back at where we've been. Let's do a quick recap of the legacy system that's powered so many of our conversational experiences up until now.
At the very core of the old world was the Bot Framework SDK. You know it, right? This was the go-to open-source toolkit for pro developers. If you wanted to build a really complex code-first bot on the Microsoft stack, this was your starting point, whether you were working in C#, JavaScript, or Python. And this old architecture was actually pretty slick and modular. You had your central logic living in the bot class, and then you had the adapter, which acted as this crucial bridge to all your channels, like Microsoft Teams or Slack. Then there was that powerful middleware pipeline for all your plugins. And finally, the turn context, which neatly wrapped up every single back and forth in the conversation. It was a really solid component-based design. So what actually made these bots smart? Well, it was mainly these two services. You had Lewis, or language understanding, which was the real powerhouse for figuring out what a user actually wanted, their intent, and then pulling out all the key pieces of information. And for the simpler FAQ-style bots, you had Q&A Maker to manage all those knowledge bases. These two were basically the brain of the whole operation.
Okay, so that was the past. Now for the real heart of this explainer. The massive strategic pivot from that classic model to a completely new one. Why is all of this changing? Let's get into it.
And here it is. This is where the entire strategy just clicks into place. Everything on the left, the legacy stack with the Bot Framework SDK, Lewis, and Q&A Maker, is being replaced by the future on the right. The Bot Framework SDK is making way for the new Agents SDK. Lewis and Q&A Maker are being succeeded by something called Conversational Language Understanding, or CLO. And there's a powerful new low-code player on the scene, Copilot Studio. This one quote just nails the new philosophy perfectly. Microsoft's strategy is shifting from providing the brain to providing the nervous system to orchestrate any AI. And that's the key takeaway right there. It's a huge move away from a closed product to an open platform that's designed to connect and manage basically any AI model you want to use. What's driving this whole shift is a concept Microsoft is calling fusion development. And the idea is pretty simple. It's all about breaking down those silos between teams. Pro developers can get in there and use the new Agents SDK for all the complex, custom logic, while your business experts can use the visual drag-and-drop interface of Copilot Studio to build and manage the conversation flows, and they can do it all within the same project. It's really about empowering the entire team.
Probably the biggest technical win with the new SDK is that it's designed to be model agnostic. What does that mean? It means you are not locked into Microsoft's language models anymore. You can use the Agents SDK to orchestrate your conversations and then plug in whatever AI is best for the job, whether that's from Azure, OpenAI, or someone else entirely. This is all about giving you flexibility and future-proofing your work.
So how does this brand new strategy really stack up against the competition? Well, if we zoom out and look at the whole competitive landscape, it becomes super clear where Microsoft is placing its bets.
When you look across all the major players, Microsoft, Google, Amazon, even open source champs like Rasa, a really clear pattern starts to emerge. A platform's biggest strength isn't just its AI tech. It's how deeply it's integrated with its parent company's cloud ecosystem. Microsoft is all about that deep connection with Azure and M365, just like Google is with Google Cloud and Amazon is with AWS. And this really gets to the heart of the matter. The big takeaway here is that choosing a bot platform is not just a technical decision anymore. It's a huge strategic commitment to a cloud provider's entire ecosystem of services, from identity management all the way to data storage. This is why this decision is such a big deal for any company.
All right, so we've covered the why and the what. Now let's switch gears to the most important part, a clear, actionable plan for what you need to do right now. Okay, if you're starting a brand new project, the path forward is crystal clear. Do not use the old legacy SDK. The official recommendation is to start with Microsoft Copilot Studio. Its low-code environment lets you prove out your business case super quickly. Then, when you hit the limits of what it can do, or you need some really deep custom logic, you can extend it with the new model-agnostic Agents SDK.
Now, for all of you who have existing bots running out in the wild, you need a migration plan, and you need it now. It's basically a three-step process. First, you've got to migrate your code by updating your project dependencies from the old Bot Framework SDK to the new Agents SDK. Second, you need to migrate your AI models from LUIS over to the modern Conversational Language Understanding Service, or CLU. And finally, you'll need to update your whole workflow to use the new Microsoft 365 Agents Toolkit.
So we'll end with this question. It seems like Microsoft's big bet is that the real value in the future isn't just about creating the single biggest, most powerful AI model. Instead, it's about creating the best platform to orchestrate all of them. This massive shift from being the brain to becoming the nervous system might just be a sign of where the entire AI industry is headed. What do you think?